Today, on Be Something Wonderful, SP myth busted. Why try to manifest someone who doesn't want you? I am your host, Kearin, and these are the studios of Be Something Wonderful, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, good morning and welcome back to the studios of Be Something Wonderful. One of you reached out and said that you were triggered by something the spiritual teacher Bashar said. If you remember, Bashar is that non-physical essence that's channeled by Darryl Anka. And he has these messages, these spiritual messages about manifesting and creating your own reality. And what he said to someone that asked, someone was asking about a specific person in their life that they wanted, but that person appeared to not want them. Bashar asked them, why would you want to be with someone that doesn't want to be with you? In other words, why would you want to manifest someone that doesn't want to be with you? And this person got triggered, thinking that, remember, the message from Bashar is much bigger than the idea that you can't manifest what you want. Of course you can. But why would you focus on a version? Because there are infinite versions of you, infinite versions of your specific person. Why would you focus on a version that doesn't want to be with you? A version that is not your ideal of who you are. Wow. This came up with another one of you that said, yeah, I saw my specific person and I had a feeling it was the old version of them. And then later, this past Saturday, he was at an event that I offered him a ticket to. And he had told me that he couldn't go. So now he's at an event that she had offered a ticket and he's there, but he said he couldn't go. But think about this. None of those versions are the versions that you want to manifest. They don't want to be with you, so why focus on any of them? There are infinite versions of them. It doesn't matter why you're seeing them or why they're in your experience. You even said it, I'm assuming he's not interested, that he doesn't want me. There's your answer, right? Seeing your specific person feeling like the old version of him, it's not the old version of him that shows up, it's who are you? Who are you showing up as? It has nothing to do with him. It's not about him, it's about you. And you're showing up as the version that's assuming, before you even see him, that he's not interested, that he doesn't want me. He showed up wanting a version, so you showed up wanting a version of him that doesn't want you, trying to manifest it and change that specific version of him. But there are infinite versions. Show up as the ideal version of you, and then that ideal version of your specific person will be there. Yeah, that version couldn't go. The one that said he couldn't go. Why focus on that? That's not your preference. That's not your ideal. Wow, I want to show this today like we never have before. Remember, just to remind you about who you are. You are all that is. You are all possibilities. You are the great I am. All versions of you, past, present, and future, exist here and now. Infinite versions of you and experiences as reality. Infinite versions, identities, and realities. This means infinite versions of the people, events, and circumstances in your life exist. You as the center. Each one of these experiences, people, events, and circumstances has its own free will, its own fate, its own destiny, and experience as reality and as all that is. Each one of you, each version of you has its own free will, has its own fate, has its own destiny, has its own experience. Why try to change any one version, any one fate, any one destiny? You can't change. Free will is free. So it's never about changing any version of you. It's about choosing. Do you see? Remember, your physical manifested experiences, appearances are changing in every moment. That manifested, that feels solid. You see the solid lines there. The solid version of you, the solid frame. But that's changing in every moment. So only your experiencing of reality as reality determines your manifested experiences. It doesn't matter what you see or experience, it's your experiencing of them that determines what they mean. Wow. All right, I'm going to show this. We're going to get back to this particular. Bashar would say, why would you want to be with someone that doesn't want to be with you? Let them go. And you get triggered because you believe it feels like advice. It feels like that cliche or therapy or a judgment. But it's none of that. What is he saying here? Why would you want to be with someone that doesn't reflect the ideal, whole, complete, fulfilled you? You don't have to do anything with them. This is an insanely powerful metaphysical idea that Bashar is presenting. You're getting triggered because you're thinking of it as one version, one reality, one possibility. Then they don't want to be with me and I can't change that. I'm trying to change that or manifest that. It's an insanely powerful metaphysical idea and source of a manifesting and reality creation masterclass. And we're going to do this today. So what is he saying? In other words, that version or versions of your specific person or anything that you want, money or a house or a version of you in your new life, that version or versions of your specific person that don't want to be with you is not the version that you want to be with. Do you see this? It's not the version you want to manifest. So let them go. In other words, do nothing with them. They mean nothing. That version or versions that don't want to be with you is not the one you want to be with. That's what he means by that. Greater message here. Do nothing, it means nothing. Just like the other one who wrote it said the concert tickets or the event tickets, and that they showed up at that event after they offered them tickets. Well, none of those versions are your desired version from your ideal. So do nothing with them. Wow. In other words, the versions that don't want to be with you are not reflections or manifestations of the ideal, whole, healed, complete, and fulfilled you. Therefore, do nothing. They mean nothing. Do you see this? All possibilities. It doesn't mean because you see them or you're even having that experience that it means anything. It's your experiencing that determines what it all means. Just because you see or even experience those unwanted versions means nothing other than showing you that it's not your choice or preference or preferred experience in reality. That's all it's doing. In other words, those changing appearances, including thoughts and feelings and all of that, are not evidence or proof of anything. They're not proof neither that you are or are not that which you desire to be, or occupying or not occupying your desired reality. It's not evidence whether you are or not. It's none of that. So what is it proof or evidence of? It's proof and evidence of it's not, remember, what's the proof and evidence that you are what you desire and want to be? You. I am. Is the only proof and evidence. This is not proof or evidence of anything. You are. You as reality. Those manifested physical experiences are always changing. You're experiencing. Your choice to decide how you experience reality is the only evidence. The manifesting, because they're always changing, right? They're not even manifested, they're manifesting and changing. Appearances and experiences, including versions of your specific person, are not proof or evidence of anything. The only proof and evidence that determines that you are that which you want to be and that you are occupying your desired reality is you. Your experiencing is reality. Not the changing manifested experiences, but you experiencing yourself as awareness. Infinite versions of you, and therefore infinite versions of your specific person, exist here and now. So it's not about trying to change or alter any one version, any one experience or appearance. It's about choosing to be the ideal, whole, healed, complete version of you here and now, experiencing yourself as source and creator. And that creates and manifests and chooses the manifested experiences and appearances that are always changing. It's you. So remember, your free will and the free will of your specific person and others is always free. You can't manipulate or change or alter anyone's free will. It wouldn't be free. It wouldn't be free will then. What is the free will? It's the will to live and exist as all that is, as I am. You don't alter it, you don't influence, you don't manipulate it, you don't change it. You create and manifest and shift to a version of you, freely choosing to live and exist as the ideal version of you right now, that creates a version of your specific person and others where their free will matches yours. In other words, you're not trying to change any one version of your specific personal reality. Each version has its own free will, what it chooses to be. When you choose to be your ideal, that version of them that matches, that will be there, that version of reality. Wow. And all the other appearances or experiences or versions of your specific person that don't freely want and choose you mean nothing. Wow. They are simply reflecting versions of you in your reality that are not your choice or preference, and they mean nothing. Trying to force or alter or influence, manipulate, or change any version of you, your SP or reality, implies that you don't have the free will to choose or not to choose how you will experience your reality. Wow. Do you see that? And your free will is always free. But trying to force or alter or influence or change any one version of you, your specific person or reality, implies that you don't have the free will to choose to allow that possibility to exist and choose another alternative. You have the free will to choose or not to choose how you will experience your reality as reality. Wow. So, as Bashar was pointing to, wanting to be with someone that doesn't want to be with you implies there's one version of you, one version of them, one version of reality that you need to change, that you need to alter or make into something else to manifest what you want, to be fulfilled. It implies that you don't have the free will to choose what you want from infinite possibilities. And even bigger than that, needing to change or alter or influence or even get rid of unwanted versions of you, your specific personal reality, implies that you don't have the free will to allow it all to exist and then determine your experience of it as all that is. Wow. Even the need that you think, I need to change this or alter this or influence this or get rid of that version of reality that I don't want or version of them. That implies you don't have the free will to allow it to be, to allow that possibility to exist and to determine your experience of it as all that is. You choose how to experience and your experience of and as reality, period. The absolute limitless free will to choose your experiencing. Remember, you are all experiences. You are all that is. It's not trying to get rid of any part of all that is. Try to change or alter, get rid of any part of God or existence. You are existence itself. You are reality. You are experiencing reality as reality. So believing that this idea that it can't exist, that you don't have free will to allow it to be as all that is, that implies that you're not free to choose who you are, and you're always free in every moment. This is big today. Creation is finished. All that is all there is. In other words, it's all experiences, all appearances, all images, all memories, all perceptions, all sensations, all thoughts, all feelings, all people, all events, all circumstances exist. That's the changeless truth of I am, of who you are. That is the will of existence, to exist as all that is. It's an absolutely free will to exist as all that is, to allow all possibilities to exist forevermore. You are all those experiences. They all exist within you and as you, as potential. That's why the ancients said in John 15:16, Jesus Christ is your I am awareness. You did not choose me, but I chose you. That whatever you ask the Father, Source, the Creator, in my name, He may give you. In other words, as that I am awareness of being. Always the free will. But remember, I chose you means you are existence. You are the chosen one. And you get to choose your individual experience or ask the Father in the name of who you are to create whatever experience you want as that one reality, as that ultimate reality. Choose your experiencing of and as all that is. That's what that means. It's not about the changing manifested experiences. It's about you determining how what you're experiencing of and as all that is means. Is it love or lack? Is it I am or I am not? That's the only choice ever. Do you see? You're at the center of all of it, no matter, you are all of it. So how do you choose? You choose by determining what you're experiencing as reality is. Are you experiencing it from love or lack? From I am all that I desire to be or I am not? That determines your entire experience, past, present, and future of reality. Wow. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and these are the studios of Be Something Wonderful, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Be sure to check out the Tom Kearin channel. We just released a huge video on that channel, and we have more content coming. With great love, with great light, and infinite gratitude, this is Tom Kearin here in the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Creators, until next time, we'll see you soon.